Thank you for joining me today. Today we have a short sequence that's appropriate for stretching after a workout, maybe after a run. You can even use this sequence to stretch and warm up your body before a workout or a run. I've just had a little bit of a run, so it's the perfect time for me. So when you're ready, let's come down onto our mats and onto our spaces, and we'll begin. As we come down onto our mats, we are going to bend our knees and place the soles of the feet together in front of us. Now you can draw the soles of your feet together closer to your pelvis to whatever distance feels most comfortable for you. We are going to allow our knees just to relax open, sit up nice and tall up along the spine, and imagine that you have a string attached to the crown of your head pulling you upwards, so you really get that upright position. Let's roll the shoulders back and down and lift the heart space. This is called our Subta Badakanasana, butterfly pose, which, as you can see, emulates that butterfly shape, and it helps to open up our hips. So if you'd like, you can take your hands to the soles of your feet and give yourself a little foot massage. Just enjoy this little stretch here, enjoying the opening in the hips, the releasing. If your knees are all the way up here, no problem. If you want to facilitate the stretch, you can also place some pillows or some blocks underneath the bottom of your knees. And wherever you are, just drop in and enjoy it for a few moments here as we relax and we breathe. So enjoying a few moments, just breathing into the space that you're creating here in your hips. If you've got the sun on your face, maybe you close your eyes and you just enjoy it. Just bring some big breaths into the body. And if you'd like, you can even take your hands and walk them forward, maybe beginning to fold over your legs. You can bring your elbows down to the ground, maybe bring your chin in between your hands, or just relax the arms down. Relax the chest down. Grounding down in your sits bones here, just allowing those knees to relax open. When you feel like you're ready, you can begin to press into the palms and walk your torso back up. We are going to lift our legs back up, bring them back up to center, and just place the soles of your feet on the ground in front of you, keeping your knees bent. We'll take your hands behind your back with fingertips pointing towards the toes. Keep your knees in line with the hip sockets here, a little bit of distance between those knees. And we're gently just going to allow the knees to windshield wipe to one side and then to the other. Again, rolling the shoulders onto the back and lifting that heart space. You can feel the stretch across your chest. Maybe you feel a little bit more opening in your legs. Just bringing those big breaths back into the body. If you'd like, you can relax your legs down to one side. Just holding for a few breaths here. Maybe you feel this top hip start to open a little bit more. Lengthening it down towards the bottom of your mat. When you're ready, just bring the knees back to center and relax them down over to the opposite side. Remembering to lift that heart space up here. We're stretching across the chest as well. Big breaths in. Exhale, release. We'll come back to center and we're going to come into a figure 4 stretch. So, you're going to take your left leg and cross the ankle above the right knee. Now, if this is more comfortable for you, you can extend the bottom leg down. You can keep the sole of the right foot on the ground. You can even grab your arms around the leg, maybe bringing the knee to the inner elbow, and then bringing the foot to the inside of the opposite elbow. Bring your hands to interlace across that calf, across that shin bone, and now this is called rocking the baby. We can just gently rock the legs side to side, imagining as if you're holding a tender little baby, holding your tender little muscles, and just finding a little bit of sway, a little bit of movement. Dynamic stretching when you're moving the muscle is really nice. It helps to bring blood flow back to the muscle, helps bring a little bit more fluidity back to the joints. Lovely. When you feel like you've had enough, maybe you bring that ankle above that knee once again. Flex that foot. Maybe you bring your hands behind you and just allow your outside knee to relax, open. Take one more big breath in. Beautiful. Release. We'll extend the bottom leg, and this time we'll take the sole of the foot to the inside of the thigh. We're going to flex those toes back towards the face. Sit up nice and tall, lengthen up along that spine, remembering that string on the crown of our head. We want to sit up nice and tall. Let's inhale, lengthen the arms up, and on the exhale, just reach the hands either towards the toes, maybe towards your shin, or around your ankle or your heel. You can keep this bottom knee bent as much as is comfortable for you. And if you'd like, you can place a blanket or a pillow underneath the leg to help support you even more. So just finding some gentle relaxation here. Again, no tension, no pain, just some gentle sensation. Breathing into the hamstring here. Remembering to keep these toes flexed towards the face. You don't want to round the spine too much here, so imagine reaching the forehead towards the toes, keeping the spine nice and long, and keeping those sits bones grounded. And then just take some big breaths in and enjoy. If you'd like, for the last few breaths, you can bring your nose down towards your knee. No need to pull yourself into any of these positions, just enjoying the stretch, allowing the muscles to relax and open. Beautiful. As you're ready, you can rise up, and we're going to come on to the other side. So we'll begin by placing the soles of the feet on the ground in front of us. Knees are bent, knees in line with the hip points, and gently just rock them side to side. Once more, coming in for that windshield wiper legs, lifting that heart space again, stretching across the chest. And one more time, we'll relax the legs to one side, maybe feeling this top hip lengthening down towards the bottom of the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back to center, and we'll relax them over to the opposite side. If one side feels more open than the other, that's completely normal. That's always the case. Coming back to center, this time we're going to take our right foot and place the ankle above the left knee, flexing the right foot to protect the knee joint. We'll place our hands behind us once more and lift the chest for that figure 4 stretch. Again, you can extend the bottom leg if that feels better for you, or you can even bring the foot to the inner crease of the left elbow, and then bring the knee to the inner crease of the right elbow, bringing your arms in front of that leg, maybe interlacing the fingers, and gently rocking the leg side to side like you would a baby. Rock the cradle, rock the baby, just coming into this gentle sway. Again, maybe you feel a little bit of sensation in the outer hip. Big breaths in through the nose. Continue to lift that chest rather than round in. Let's open up that heart. Welcome those big breaths into the chest. As you're ready, you can relax the bottom leg. Bring the right sole of the foot to the inside of the left thigh. Flex those left toes back towards the face. Inhale to lengthen up, maybe reaching the arms up in front of you, up above you, and relax and fold. Again, you can keep this knee bent as much as you'd like. You can lengthen the leg down and ground the hamstring as you feel that sensation in the back of the leg. Just breathe into it, keeping the spine nice and long. There's no need to grab onto your foot or your ankle. You can stay lifted up here. You can even just bring the fingertips out to the side, lengthen up along the spine, and enjoy that strength in the back of the leg, the stretch in the hamstring. Whatever feels right for you today, let's take a few breaths. Maybe you reach your nose towards your knee for a final few breaths. As you're ready, rise up, and this time we're going to take both legs out, bringing the arches of the feet together, flexing the toes back towards the face. We'll lengthen up along the spine once more, maybe reaching the hands up overhead. Take a big inhale, and on the exhale, we'll fold forward. Seated forward fold here. Beautiful stretch to release the lower back, to lengthen the hamstrings. Again, let's remember to keep the spine as long as possible rather than rounding in. We want to reach the forehead towards the toes. If this is too much, you can keep your knees bent and just relax the chest over. We'll stay for a few more breaths here, breathing in and out. Lovely. As you're ready, rise up. We're going to roll onto one side and we're going to come onto all fours. Finding a strong tabletop position. So we're spreading the fingers wide and stacking the shoulders over the wrists. Hips are over the knees and the knees are hip-width distance apart. Let's press away from the ground to lift the front body and think nice long spine. We're going to come into a few cat-cows. So on an inhale, let's drop the belly, lift the gaze. Pull the heart forward as you pull the shoulders down from the ears. Feel that length along the front body. And on the exhale, let's round the spine, bringing the back of the heart up towards the sky. Again, inhaling into your cow, opening up that chest, welcoming those big breaths. And exhale as you pull the back of the heart up, rounding the spine. If you'd like, maybe you come to a little bit of organic sway here, forward and back. As you inhale into cow, exhale into cat. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, round. Moving with your breath, we'll do a few more rounds here. Lovely. We'll come to stillness, and we're going to bring the left hand towards the center of the mat. Pressing down and away from the ground, we're going to inhale, reach the right arm up, reaching up through the fingertips. On the exhale, we're going to thread that arm through and relax the right shoulder down to the ground. You can take this left hand and maybe bring it above the head, lengthening that arm out. You can simply rest it by the face if that feels good for you. We'll keep those hips stacked over the knees as much as possible, and we'll just relax and open up the chest. You might feel some sensation in the back of the shoulders here, maybe in the upper back. It might even be nice to take this left hand and wrap it around your back, maybe grabbing the right thigh underneath, and roll the left shoulder back so you can open up that chest. Just some added extra stretching here. If that doesn't feel good for you or doesn't land with you, no problem. Just find what feels good. Breathing into the space that you're creating. Wonderful. We'll take the left hand, bring it by the face once more. Press down to rise up. As you inhale, lengthen up the right hand. Exhale and release. Bringing the right hand towards the center of the mat. This time we'll inhale, lengthen up the left fingertips. Open up across the chest. Exhale. Spread that arm through, bringing the back of the left shoulder down to the ground. Maybe the left ear down. Right fingertips reach up overhead. Maybe you relax them by your face. Or maybe you wrap the arm around the lower back and grab the left thigh. Opening up across the chest. As you're ready, let's place that right hand by the face once more. Press up to rise up, reaching through the left fingertips. Exhale and release. Good work. We're going to extend the right leg behind us. Ground the toes down. Lengthen the leg as we sway back and forth, coming into a little bit of a runner's lunge. So you're pressing down into those palms, keeping the spine nice and long and just swaying forward and back. Maybe you feel a little stretch in the calf muscle there. Just enjoying the sensations, breathing into the space. As you're ready, let's stack the shoulders over the wrists. We'll inhale to lift that right leg behind us. And on the exhale, we'll round the spine and step the foot between the hands. We're going to come into a low lunge here. You can keep your fingertips on the ground. If you'd like, you can lift the torso. Bring your hands to your hips and maybe press those hips forward and down. Or if you'd like, you can reach the hands up overhead. Thumbs are going to pull back as you open up along the chest. Beautiful. Keep sinking those hips down. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release. From here, we're going to begin to lengthen that front leg as we sink the hips back and down toward the heel. Flexing those toes up towards the face. And then we're going to roll through that foot, coming back into that low lunge, opening up the chest as if you're coming into a cow. On the exhale, rounding the spine, lengthening the front leg. Again, just bringing a little bit of movement here, a little bit of fluidity as we flow back and forth from a low lunge. Inhale, open the chest, lift the chin. Exhale and round. Once more, inhale. On your exhale, let's hold our half splits pose here. Pulling those toes towards the face, sinking those hips back and down. We'll lengthen the spine and fold it forward. Breathing into those hamstrings once more. Take another breath. Exhale it out. One more inhale. Exhale, roll through the foot. Round the hands down and step back. This time we're moving on to the left side. We'll extend that left leg behind you. Round the toes, and again, find a little bit of gentle sway forward and back. Feeling the stretch, the sensation in that left calf muscle. As you're ready, you can come to stillness, and we'll inhale, lift the left leg behind us. And this time on the exhale, really round the spine. And you bring that knee through and step the foot between the hands. Good work. Leaving the fingertips on the ground if you'd like, or maybe lifting your torso and bringing your hands to your hips. We'll gently allow those hips to move forward and down as we open up that front hip flexor. Now we don't want to dump too much into that front leg, so you want to make sure that this knee is not traveling past those toes. We want to remain lifted here, pressing into the front foot, and just allowing that gentle opening in the front of the hip flexor here. Reaching those arms up overhead if you'd like. You can pull the thumbs back and open up the chest, lengthening that spine. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release. And we'll come into that sway on this side. So this is our low lunge, our Anjaneyasana. And slowly release the hips back to our half splits, our Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, open up the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, round the spine, sink the hips back. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do one more, and this time we'll hold. Inhale. Exhale. Pull those toes back towards the face and allow those hips to relax downwards. Maybe lengthening up along the spine and folding the torso over that front leg. Stay for a breath here. Breathing into the hamstring. Big inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, roll through the foot. Let's step back. Nice work, everybody. This time, we're going to release the front body down towards the earth. Lengthen the legs behind you. We'll come into a gentle spinal twist. Also stretching the chest and the shoulders here. We're going to bring our right arm out long by our side as we tent up on the left fingertips. We're going to bend the left knee. And we're gently going to roll over to the right, placing the sole of the foot behind the right leg. Allow the side of the head to relax down. If this is too much across the chest, just come back to center. Just finding a position that feels good for you. Just relaxing the hand down by the face. Feel that gentle tension across the chest, maybe across the front of the right shoulder. As you're ready, you can roll back to center, bringing pressure into that left hand, and we'll come on to the other side. So lengthening that left arm at your side. We're going to tent up onto the right fingertips, bend the right knee, and roll over to the left, placing the sole of the left foot behind, placing the sole of the right foot behind the left leg. As you're ready, begin to roll back to center, and we'll come into one final stretch to finish off our sequence here. So let's press up and lift our torso up. We're going to take our knees as wide as our mat. Big toes are going to touch behind us as we come into our extended child's pose. Now you can bring your knees together if that's more comfortable for you and relax your hips down to your heels. But if you'd like a little bit of a deeper stretch in the hips, maybe you open up those knees, relax the hips down, reach the fingertips forward, and then begin to relax your chest and your head down to the ground. Nice big breaths in here, everybody. Just feeling that nice stretch in your spine, maybe relaxing your armpit spaces down towards the earth. When you feel ready, you begin to press into your palms and lift the torso back up. Excellent work, friend. It was such a pleasure to share this practice with you. Again, just some gentle stretching either before a workout or run or any type of exercise, or after a workout or run or any type of exercise, just to get into those muscles, to bring the blood flow back, the fluidity back to the joints. Anytime you do any form of exercise, it's really important that you take the time to stretch the muscles out so that we can avoid any stiffness or any injuries that are related to exercise. Thank you so much for joining me today.